So how's the market this year? It's a question that's been asked of me and our team recently and all the time, frankly. But, we've had a interesting year to say the least. We're about halfway through it. And we're coming out of some delicate geopolitical environment. I mean, if you asked me at the beginning of the year, we were flat out busy. We very fortunate to close 2 deals on the same day, right before the latest war that we're currently involved with. Our phones were ringing, and then the war hit, and things kind of stopped. Quieted down. Let me talk quieted down because a lot of uncertainty. Right, this has been a common theme over the last 5-6 years. What's happening next? What's the next shoe to drop? But back to my question about how's the market. I was at our team was at a conference recently, an M&A conference. So a lot of private equity firms and investment bankers and trusted advisor groups, attorneys, accountants, etc. And it was very lively. Hi, everybody. My name is kdee, President of Osage Advisors. Welcome back to our podcast and this week's Big Hurdle. So to answer the question, the market is very active. And we play in the lower end of the middle market, so companies typically $5, $10 to $150 million of revenues. And we were at this conference, and there were literally hundreds of what I call private equity, institutional capital, looking for deals. So they were coming to meet with us as well as other folks in the room, looking to see what we had in our in the market, in our pipeline, and everybody has their own little niche. Somebody could be interested in aerospace, somebody in medical manufacturing, somebody in value distribution, somebody in HVAC, business services, IT, you name the electrical contracting is very big right now, environmental services. So we had scheduled over this, 24-hour period, 20 meetings with a potential, private equity funds looking for deals, right? We could have had 100 meetings. We just didn't have enough time in a day. They are hungry. They are active. They are sitting on piles of cash looking to do deals, which is good news for you, especially in the market we play, because it's highly competitive. We talked about it before, testing the market. Let me give you a couple of examples. We just took 2 deals to market, 2 different industries. One in the commercial cleaning space, the other one in, I would call, value-added distribution to the packaging industry. Both deals were done about 2 weeks apart. The activity levels on both those deals to date, now we're early in the process, right, on both of them, has been extraordinary. The level of activity, interest in these companies. And that's the sense we got from our meetings with these private equity funds, and then talking to other bankers at this meeting and M&A attorneys that were there and CPAs and whatnot, is that coming out of the second quarter, coming out of this latest geopolitical flare-up that caused a lot of people to pause, people are getting back to it, right? There was this, and they're sitting on money like I talked about. So the activity level is very high. The competitive nature of these funds is intense. They need to put this money to work. That's, by the way, that's only one side of this coin. We're not even talking about the strategic buyers who are sitting on record amounts of cash as well. So going into the second half of this year, the signs are very encouraging. And even though this time of year, you typically see a slowdown because family vacations, people graduations, and things like that, we're not seeing it. It's actually ticked up significantly since the last war. And from a business owner, if you are in a position or thinking about it, these over the next couple months, getting ready for the fall, now is a great time to start preparing that process. Now's a great time to engage a firm like Osage to start putting together, preparing the materials, because the highly likely outcome is going to be incredible activity for your business, which is going to allow you to choose the best buyer that's the right fit for you at the value that works for you. Right? Choices, testing the market, the competitive nature are all very go sign. Is a great time to start getting ready. And I'm saying this because we're seeing it. We're seeing it in the deals we've closed. We're seeing it in the deals we have in the market right now. We're seeing it in our pipeline, and we're seeing it in our conversations we're having, mainly because at this conference, they are hungry for deal flow. These private equity firms are hungry. So whether you are a platform that they're going to buy you and bolt onto it, or you're going to be an add-on to an existing platform, or whether we bring in the strategics. Again, we go out to private equity, we go bring in 200 to 500 strategics per deal. The activity level is going to be, in our opinion, based on what we're seeing, extraordinarily high right now. And I think if you're thinking of selling, now is a great time to think about it. I'd love to have a conversation, give you some more insights on what we're seeing in the marketplace. You can reach out to me at Osage Advisors, kdee at osageadvisors.com, or pick up the phone, give me a call at 860-767-3273, extension 1001, or just visit our website and see the activity that, of our success stories and what we're seeing in the marketplace. And view some of our prior podcasts. You will see that right now, the activity level is in your favor. You are at an advantage in the marketplace. And if now's the time you're thinking of selling, then I would encourage you to talk to your trusted advisors, give us a call, and let's have a conversation. Thanks for being with us today. This week's Big Hurdle. I'm Keith Dee, President of Osage Advisors. Have a great day.